What in what context?
Oh, anything that you want to ask.
Oh, sure.
Hey, you guys, it's me. And I'm here with Melissa. We were just talking, we're kind of going over because, you know, we're ad-libbing this. We're doing this as it comes along. Her and I, when we get on the phone, I mean, it could be hours, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Because we love, you know, I love everybody out there. But boy, oh boy, I love to get everybody's opinion, you know?
Yeah.
And you're a very interesting person.
You. Oh, thank you.
And she read from my good friends, Tristan, Marion. They loved it.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm going to give everything to contact Melissa. She's a past life reader. She's really good. She's also a psychic reader. And she has a phone number. She's got a YouTube site, Melissa Free Range Psychic.
Yep.
And could you go give her a like so she can up her numbers? Because she's,
yeah, thank you.
She's building. I'm 100 away from 33,000. I thought I was lucky to get 100. I remember when I first started this, I thought, nobody's going to want to watch me. So anyway, the good news today is DACA came through. Just as my guide said and your guide said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just want to announce this, you guys, and I'll look more later because Melissa and I are going to discuss kind of some other stuff. But I wanted to tell you that I got a hit from my guides, and I'll do my own video probably Friday. I got a hit from my guides, and they said, when I thanked them, because you have to thank them, when I said, thank you so much, you know, for giving me the truth about DACA. Also, remember, they told me the truth about Kim Jong-un. He's not around. He's gone. Yeah. And remember, I apologized to everybody because I thought I read it wrong. No, they were right. But anyway, what I want to say is they told me that the Trump campaign or the Trump people absolutely could care less about stifling this because they think it's wiping out Democrats. That's their consciousness. That I was like, what? Are you serious? They said, yes. They're all talking amongst themselves and they're saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, it's mostly folks of a different color and all that. So, yeah. Let it go. It's like they're setting fire to something. But the thing is, like Melissa said earlier, this is going to work totally against them. This is going to work totally against them. I see this whole fire being taken out by the end of the year, but trust me, this is going to work. And if you follow protocol and you make sure you remain distance and wear masks, like they were saying, if people had wore masks when this first started, we'd be a lot better off. But yeah, these young kids, they just... and they're passing it around. So, okay, so listen, we were kind of talking about, and a friend of mine had mentioned, what about those 8 hangings?
Yeah, I said, well, I was saying to you earlier, Linda, I believe it's KKK. I believe it's Steve Bannon. I believe it's, you know, the Trump behind the scenes supporting his base, the ultra right wing. And I was saying that it's like a language in and of itself, these hangings, it's sending messages to other ultra right wing who support him. It's like they're showing their strength, and they're saying, you know, we are here, and this is how we want, you know, the support of the Confederacy, you know, the racism, all of that, the desire to bring back slavery. That this is them just kind of showing up, and we should all be very alarmed by it. And I think you said earlier, why isn't it like major news? This
all over the news.
Unbelievable. It is the KKK.
Okay, because I felt like it was something deep-seated dark.
Yes, extremely.
Now, I don't necessarily know it. I mean, you might feel this, but I don't know if Trump is for this.
I'll ask my guys.
Like he doesn't need to know, or they're not. It feels like it's more inside the main group of the KKK.
I don't know. I feel like he would turn a blind eye to it anyway.
That's what I'm getting. I'm not saying that he's 100%, you know, because that's pretty vicious.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, when he says he feels bad for these families, he's lying.
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't have empathy
He
anyway.
has
He doesn't have
no
that part of
empathy.
himself operative.
I'll just do a quick throw real quick on it. Tell me about it, and then I'll get more into it later. Yeah, they're going to catch them. There's going to be a video. They'll probably do this somewhere where they don't know there's a camera.
Yeah.
Like it could even be some UPS building or something. I don't know, but yep, they're going to catch them in the night, sneaking around. Yeah, they will be judged. They will be judged. This is going to really turn people against these white supremacists. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be found out. Okay, hold on. You ask and I'll ask. Is there going to be much more of this? I felt 2 more.
Yes, that's what I get.
2 more.
Yeah,
and then it really has to be addressed.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're saying they're suicides and they're not.
Oh, of course not. What,
No.
8 lynchings?
So,
suicide by lynching.
I know. So this will be found out, and it feels like it's dark, and I'll have to start reading on this and see what I can get. But yeah, that will be found out. It's weird how it's behind the scenes. Nobody's talking about it.
You get that in a way too. It's like an assertive reaction or an aggressive reaction to the taking down of the Confederacy statues, or was it happening? Yeah.
And Nancy Pelosi saying that she's removing 4 Confederate people in the White House because they were speakers of the House. Remember back in the day when they couldn't get these Confederate, they should have paid. They lost the war. They were traitors. And then they managed to mosey in thanks to Johnson because he let them, because because Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. This other guy worked on their behalf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see that? He was a very poor Southerner, a white Southerner.
Yeah.
And he hated the rich Southerners. He made them come while Congress was out on break. He made the white Southerners come personally to the White House and probably hand them some cash and basically beg for forgiveness before he'd allow them to come back in the Union.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then he did all this behind closed doors. Then when Congress came back, they were furious. They changed a lot of it.
But I recall right, even at the beginning of Trump's presidency, Andrew Johnson was his guy.
Oh, did he talk about him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. He did. And he was his like hero. I remember that. I'll have to fish out some articles, but right at the beginning.
Was it Andrew Johnson or Jackson?
Jackson, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, this is Johnson. This is the vice president who became president because of the assassination.
Oh, Lyndon.
Him. He was poor white trash.
Yeah.
And he made Andrew Jackson was the one that, even though the Supreme Court said, you can't take that land back, that's been treated. He said, I don't care. That's when the Black Gold thing
kind of messed up. But yeah, no. I didn't know that about Johnson.
Yeah. So I get these little tidbits. Okay, so listen, girlfriend, we were going to talk about, of course, the thing flashing everywhere.
Ooh, yeah,
Mary Trump.
Yeah.
Anything you get on her?
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that she has a lot on Trump, and she hates Trump.
I felt that too.
Yeah. And oh my God, I think we're going to learn a ton. And she's really been waiting for this opportunity.
It's coming out July 28th. He's going to try to stop it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. But he won't, I don't think he'll be able to.
I can't see him. And also NDEs, he said she signed non-disclosure agreements.
I don't think it matters.
And she's a PhD. She's
she is. Yeah.
So she's doing this full-fledged. Either she absolutely doesn't care and will pay the fines.
I think she's got some pretty good legal representation, and she just hates him. She just wants to get it out. And I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to read what she has to say. It's going to come out. That I really believe. I don't think he can stop that. Mm-mm.
He'll try to stop her. But let me tell you something. I've been seeing the woman that takes down Trump for some time.
Do you think this is her?
And I always felt it was someone that actually was going to hurt him more than because it's like she betrayed the family. Because he's a mobster. But
mafia. Yeah.
mad at them for turning around and suing him. but they were able to prove in court that he talked the guy, his father who had Alzheimer's, into leaving him everything.
Yeah, I think you told me about that.
So let's check
oh,
out.
oh my God.
Mary Trump. Yeah, she doesn't even care about the money. Girl, look, she wants justice.
Woo!
And here's what's going to happen. The tower.
The tower.
Hail to the yeah. Oh my God, people will be more stuff than we even know.
Yeah, that's what I get. It's just going to be, it's going to be popcorn time.
And then you know who else is coming right behind her? Michael Cohen.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I feel Cohen sneaking it in and throwing it out there. Like there's no announcement his book is on the shelf. Like Trump doesn't even have time to breathe, and then here comes Michael Cohen.
Cohen's book's coming out?
Yeah, he's writing a book right now, but they're not telling us when it's coming out. This has been in the works for a while.
Cohen knows everything. He knows everything.
He'll be able to say, yeah, exactly what Mary said, the family, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He's the one that paid off people.
Yeah, signed the checks. He knows everything. Oh my God.
So Melissa, energetically, because he lost in the Supreme Court and Bolton's book, which I'm still mad at Bolton.
Well, Bolton's just a nasty piece of work. But I think I said this to you. Hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorned. and Trump scorned him. So he's gonna, he's a narcissist. He's not gonna take it lying down. He's just gonna get him back if he.
Well, Barr said he accidentally, in his filings against Bolton, put his home address out there.
Oh.
That it was an accident. It was no accident.
Yeah.
It's almost like that FBI person that they slaughtered, the Republicans slaughtered, remember? And they released her name and they did all kinds of stuff. Or
Valerie Plame?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then they also heard there was somebody else that the whistleblower.
Oh yeah.
One of my ex-in-laws, and I mean, I don't have anything to do with him now. He literally posted on Facebook the name. I wouldn't even look at it. The name and the face. Here's your whistleblower. And I wrote him, and he's military. He's Marine. I said, you know what? You should go to jail for that.
Oh God, yeah.
And he disappeared. Because he know Linda Cray. No, to hell with them.
Yeah.
And then today on Twitter, I said something about, to the president. I said he was talking, just, he's on Twitter all day. I said, can you get off Twitter and maybe do something about this virus? And of course, one of the Trump lovers, what virus? That's how it is. We're so separated, but we will come back together. I'm telling you, that this looks horrible, but it will work out really well for us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I say this over and over again, but when I do my readings, the COVID virus comes up as the Six of Swords. It's traveling, it's on water, it's a transmitted disease, and my guys just tell me this came in to take Trump down and to. That's
what they said to me too. It's like, why would you hurt all these people? But what's really weird? Back when I first started looking on this, I saw that they said it wasn't going to be Armageddon. They've always assured, sure, it's a pandemic, but it's not the end of not half of the world is going down on this.
Yeah, no, not at all.
The world will catch it. But they always assured me, yes, there'll be death, but the death numbers are even, kind of slowing down right now. But we're coming up with stuff to help people so they don't die. And I see there's still death, but it's not nearly it's not Armageddon.
No, it's not.
That's what I've been told.
If it's not Ebola, that's what I say. It's not the Ebola virus. That would be pretty bad. But the COVID virus, it has many different strains, and it goes from mild to severe. It's really dependent on the person's immune system and other factors. So, it's going to take out a certain percentage, but not Armageddon. And we're going to develop a vaccine eventually, and we're going to figure it out just like we're figuring it out now. I think even the use of ventilators, there's certain things that they did at the beginning that really increased the death toll.
Oh, okay.
When they really didn't know what they were doing. And now, the thing that has happened with that is that doctors internationally have been talking. They have been sharing information, sharing what works, what doesn't, and it's drawn the world together in that way medically, so
Okay.
that there really has been this increase in the ability to deal with it, just because, China had like the lowdown, and Italy then, and the American doctors were behind because we were just getting it, but now all this information is being shared, and that's really important. It's really brought the world together in that way. I don't know, we really haven't focused on it, but it's true. And so I think that's what's really going to help too with decreasing the death toll, because nobody knew what the heck it was or what to do. Well, they knew it was SARS, but they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to heal it. It had such a particular action, and it didn't work what you would normally do for like the influenza. Didn't work for this virus. In fact, it could make it worse. And do you remember the use of ibuprofen initially? And they had to,
or Aleve, they said don't use those.
Yeah, so all these things are really beginning to, or not beginning to, that have made a huge difference in the mortality rate. And also, I believe too, I think I heard Cuomo say that they thought there'd be a higher like mortality rate or in
yeah,
but there wasn't.
Exactly.
So that in and of itself is very promising. So that, whilst we're being distracted by other things, the medical world is figuring this out for us, and it's just going to get more and more of that.
Oh, there's more stuff coming out, and there's some good news, and then he'll be leaving, and the COVID will be leaving at the same time.
Yeah, the COVID will leave with him.
Remember when he said it's going to magically disappear?
Yeah.
It's almost like the minute he steps out of office, we're done with it.
The purpose was, to get rid of him. And
well, I'm supposed to do an event in Sedona.
Yeah, I know, in July,
next month, and I asked my guys, because Arizona's not shutting down. They shut down with the original date. We were supposed to do May.
Yeah.
And now they've reopened, and there's more cases. But if you follow the rules and you do, because like this particular, we're out in the boomies, we're in a resort far away from everybody. If you wear your mask, if you keep safe distancing, which we can because only half the people are coming, it's going to be just fine. But you've got to be careful. And these young people, they just don't care, or these Trumpsters, they just don't care. So leading to that, what do you think is going to happen with this? I'm going to look too. This Tulsa rally.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I think the mayor of Tulsa is already coming out and saying this is not safe. Fauci is saying this is not safe. It's going to be an absolute clown show disaster. It's terrible, and you have all these GOP politicians who are not going to be allowed to wear masks, who are going to be terrified. Because they're not all like, like Pence or whatever, believe that, God's going to protect them from the virus, but they're not going to be allowed to, nobody's going to be allowed to wear masks. So you're going to have that going on. And then it's on Juneteenth, which is a really important.
It's actually the day after. He changed it.
The day after. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. He changed it to the day after.
When did they do that? I must.
It was a couple of weeks ago, because he said all his black friends told him it'd be a good idea to not do it on that date.
Maybe that's. I'm glad he followed that advice. But they're
out there waiting for him now.
Yeah, it's a disaster. It's ridiculous, and he always seems to do the worst thing. Trump has the worst instincts. He goes for the jugular, and he doesn't seem to get that the more he does that, the more people he alienates, the more people get disgusted with him. Yes, he has a strong base, but it's not large. It's getting smaller all the time. So his logic is so convoluted. But in the Bolton book, that's what I guess Pompeo said to Bolton was he's full of.
He sent him a note. He still has that note. He passed him a note.
Yeah. And if you guys out there, it is what you think we said.
Right. I just want to look on the, it looks like there's a lot of police activity. So
In,
there's nothing
yeah,
major here as far as, protests and stuff.
it's more people being interviewed. You have MSNBC people, whatever, CNN, and they're going to be interviewing African American representatives of the community and various people, and they're going to be able to say what they need to say. And then you're going to have Trump saying absolute
Crazy stuff.
ridiculous things like, what did he just say? He's gonna, oh, but whatever he says there, that's what my guys are saying. We're all gonna be talking about. It's like, oh
Well,
my
I
God.
heard that, and I could be wrong, but I heard that when he has a rally, that before it's ended, people are already leaving because he rambles.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just
Oh,
keeps rambling.
yeah. And we were talking about, he's got some neurodegenerative illness. I think there's a name for it. I don't remember what it is, where when he can't lift his arm and he
Yeah, he has to hold his arm to use his right arm.
stairs, like takes him forever. And so there's
And
that's
then,
going
and
on.
then Twitter and the Lincoln Project. Did you see they posted pictures of Obama and
Oh,
Biden
Biden running up
those stairs, running down? Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
I was feeling I felt sorry for Trump, because I was thinking, what is going on with him? Like, what is he dealing with? What is he covering up? Just in health, it must be really hard to not be able to lift a glass of water with one hand. So I felt a little sorry for him. I don't, maybe
Yeah,
I
but
should.
Bolton is totally right. Trump is only about him. It was always about the next election.
Yeah.
It was always about him.
And then Bolton coming out with that everything, even China, trying to get China to sway the election for him, or to did you know that? Like,
Yeah.
it's all about like pay for play, not just Ukraine, but
Right.
for anybody. He was always on having that angle. But that's the criminality of Trump and the mobster nature of Trump. It's all about that. It's all a mafia mentality, and everybody is there's always an angle, and you always have to look for the what you can get out of it and how you can scam. And you don't care. You're not caring about the Constitution or laws. You're just trying behind the scenes to just get away with what you can. And it's always like money in the pocket, and how can I hide this money? And it's always, and when Biden's in power, when we elect our blue three branches of government, oh my God, what we're going to find out in terms of the criminality that happened.
Wait, my friend, I can't wait.
And my guys are showing me the sun card, just shining on justice, shining on all of this just unbelievable crime. People are going to, for a long time, we're going to go, what the hell happened here?
It's like more stuff and more stuff.
Yeah.
They'll try to get rid of everything so we can't find it.
But
I've always felt, and it might not be till 2 years into the new administration, that they would be able to claim that Trump was not a legitimate president. He used he's a traitor.
Yeah, it's a coup. I've always thought it was a coup, and they'll be able to prove it's a coup. Mueller already proved it was a coup, or that was in his report. That's what he said. Somehow, we didn't really. Well, Barr is like, oh, nothing to see here, but it was a coup, and he's not the real president. But Clinton won the electoral vote also, but our machinery was rigged, and yeah, it was all.
But Biden's going to win by such a landslide; they can't screw it up. More people came out in Georgia than ever before, and that's with them trying to say, no, you guys can't vote. They try to shut down, but the white folks got to be able to go in. No offense, you're white, but the people in good neighborhoods got in and out of their polling area, but they made other people stand in line for hours.
Yeah, and that is with the COVID virus and people not particularly wanting to get out there, but they did. They did.
That's how mad people are. That's how determined people are. This is what's going to happen. Trust me. And these young people that were marching those streets, you don't think them and their families are going to vote this SOB out of office?
Yeah, they're all coming out, and more and more and more. So that's a tsunami they cannot fight. I don't care what they try to do. They're not going to be able to fight it.
And because they determined that Trump was never a legitimate president, there goes Kavanaugh, there goes even Neil Gorsuch will have to go. But and all those people he put in, all those judges, because they'll try to say, you can't do that. They have a lifeline. Oh, really? we're doing it because, you know, remember that president said, I can do what I want. I'm president.
Yeah, and how many of those judges don't have the credentials?
They didn't.
So they're not, we're going to follow the law. So people who are in positions of power, even if they're lifelong appointees who don't have the appropriate credentials, they're not going to be able to fulfill those positions because that is the law. That's just how it works. So that's
we're going to have a real administration, real good, solid people running the government.
Yeah.
Now listen, McConnell's Kentucky, it was very sad this morning. I saw the news.
What happened?
A 15.9% or 8% unemployment rate.
Oh my God, really?
And you should have seen the line because so many people, there was a line going down a mile and they were trying to get into unemployment because they won't answer the phone. And they just want to know, they want to talk to a live person to find out what happened to their claim. Now, that's not a very good visual for McConnell, right? Living fat. Is McConnell going to get voted out by Kentucky?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I was just thinking about the steel factory. Remember the oligarch who, what good has that done? You know, McConnell, he thought that was going to buy him the next election because it was going to provide all these jobs. He did not bank on COVID coming. I hope this is just my emotional bias, but I'm getting he's out of there.
Oh, yay! Yeah, I know what you're talking about because we hate him so much.
Yeah.
We're so disgusted with it, and you try not to hate because you know it don't work for us.
No.
And then remember when I do readings, I say sometimes I have to be careful because I want them out so bad I might lean towards something.
Yeah.
But when I saw all those poor people standing in line, I saw them blaming Trump.
Yeah. I'll ask about that too. Yes, they were.
Okay. Except the people that, when you can't feed your family, even though you think you love this president, when you can't feed your family, like those farmers, there's a high suicide rate of farmers and people are struggling. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrific and more than we know. More because of the, I mean, even before the COVID virus, there's the tariffs.
Yeah. So listen, Sterling said the last time I talked to Sterling, that'll be close. It might even be something where it has to be a recount, but he's losing.
Yeah, I think so too.
You got ghostesses. It looks so pretty outside.
It is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's so dark on there, but it's gorgeous out here in Ann Arbor where I am.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. Now Michigan's going to vote. Now, did Michigan vote for Trump last time?
Yeah, well, that was one of the three swing states where we had a lot of interference. I'd say almost 100,000 votes went missing, and Jill Stein, muddied everything up. So I never believed that Michigan voted for Trump. It was 10,000 votes or something, but there was so much interference. There were so many of those GOP thugs that were here. So, yeah, they did, but they didn't. Like what you were saying before.
It's not going to Trump this time.
No. Oh, no. And Whitmer, we've, as much as there is a, portion of Trump's base that it complains about how much she has restricted our movement in terms of really reinforcing the stay-at-home orders and wearing the masks. In fact, she's just extended it out to mid-July.
Wow.
Yeah, we have flatlined, and she wants that to continue. So I think the majority of us just feel really grateful. And I could be biased too, because obviously, I'm a Democrat and I really love her. But she's keeping us safe. She cares about us, and we're doing really, really well, but she wants us to continue doing well. So she's watching as, the flat lines happen in other states, and then all of a sudden they open up. She does not want that to happen to us.
Yeah, and she I think, what was it, 86% approval rate.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic as contrasted with Snyder, who let Flint happen.
Well, people wrote me and said, do you think she'll be vice president? And I never saw that I never saw.
No, I
I
don't
saw
want
her getting her work done, but I do see her down the road serving in the administration.
Yeah, I want her to stay her full term here because we need her. We've got some fantastic women now, you know, running our state government. But I never saw Whitmer being vice president, not this time around.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
And yeah, we still don't know. Isn't that amazing? We still don't know.
And you know, the ones, if you were going to go by the tarot cards, the person that shows, remember the time I was driving and they showed me Susan Rice? Well, she is in, her hat is in there. But when I threw on Val Demings, her cards were fantastic.
I love her. Oh my God.
But everybody's feeling like it'll be Camilla, which is fine with me too.
Well,
Camilla's cards weren't as good as Val Demings.
Did you want to, why don't you throw
Sure.
again? I don't think the guides will mind.
No. Should we ask, what do we ask? We ask.
Will Val Deming, what are
What's the chances of Val Demings becoming?
Yeah, does it look good? You know.
This time it could show up terrible, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunes change, Ace of Cups. Here's the offer. Here's the new president. There's another woman in the house. They're acting like they're going to give it to her. She might have been in a past life served as something spectacular.
Oh, she did. Yeah, she did. Yeah. Oh, I should do a past life reading on her.
Yes.
For my channel. Let's see. She was in the. I think she was in our government in the past as a male politician, somebody very outspoken and radical in the 1700s.
Okay.
So she's maybe a founding father or somebody who is kind of that ilk. I'll have to ask them who that is.
Yeah, she's somebody good.
Yeah.
You know, Camilla, I've always felt very strong about, she could be the DOJ.
Yeah.
But this is what I got, and I could be totally wrong, but I've always felt like they do an intense background check.
Yeah.
And there's something lingering in her background check that they're not quite sure how people would handle it.
Like what do you think?
Let's look at her real quick.
Yeah.
we still got a minute.
Yeah.
Tell me about Kamala Harris. Could she be chosen as the VP? I mean, she had to be vetted in order to serve at, in Congress or senator.
I should be asking too, I guess.
Tell me about Kamala Harris. Yes or no, VP? Biden's announcing he's gonna announce August 1st. Now,
really?
She always has stress and strife.
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Look. Something is holding her back. They're going to give her something, but it's not that.
Wow.
That's weird. I can only tell you what I see.
Yeah. I think I feel too strongly about it.
Yeah.
I get Camilla, but I wouldn't say to trust me on that.
But I feel Camilla, here's the hard part. Sometimes it just means they're going to serve something because she will get in there and tear things up.
Yeah, she if not vice president, she'll be DOJ. She's in there.
She will get in there and tear. And so Adam Schiff too. He's got something to do.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. When they all get together and they have the power.
Well, so on that happy note. So, girlfriend, it was wonderful talking to you again.
Oh, you too. You too.
It's always good. I love chit-chatting with you. Everybody is so kind. So, okay, girlfriend.
Okay.
I'll talk to you again, and let's plan this again because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up.
Sure, just let me know. This is a you know, I guess whatever works for you, let's do it. And if you want to set something up like after this, we can do that too.
Okay. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
coming.
Thank
Ciao.
you.